Why is Zimbabwe now importing white maize from the USA? In this week's African Agri Overview, thanks to the support of Collateral Management International and Zimmatic Irrigation Systems, Jacques discusses why Zimbabwe is importing white maize from the USA now, while we also take a quick look at the latest grain prices in Harare. All in this week's episode, so make sure to stay tuned. Remember, if you'd like to access the African Agri audience and become one of our valued sponsors, please contact me on the details displayed now. Together we can make a real difference in the African agricultural sector. Collateral Management International, or CMI, operates across the continent to manage and control commodities financed by financial institutions. With over a decade of experience, CMI is known for top-tier storage standards and trusted staff. They specialize in collateral management, commodity storage, stock monitoring, and inspection services, balancing security and operational value for banks and clients. CMI, your leading collateral manager in Africa. The latest grain prices in Harare traded as follows. Maize on $460 per metric ton, soybeans on $590, soy meal on $580, while the latest wheat price traded on $430 per metric ton. Today, I'm thrilled to bring you an exclusive offer from Zimmatic. For a limited time, you can access significant discounts on their pivots, built tough for today's needs and adaptable for tomorrow's challenges. Zimmatic pivots are designed for efficiency, water conservation, and optimized yield management. Don't miss this chance to invest in a system that's built to grow with you. Just send me a WhatsApp on 073 1402 698 with the keyword pivot to secure your discount today and take the next step towards sustainable, efficient farming. Grow with Zimmatic. But with that, let's jump straight into the latest news on the grain markets with Jacques.
Good day. This week we look at the Zimbabwe maize market and in particular ask how its dependence on South African maize imports could impact prices short-medium term. Let's quickly recap our S&D forecast for the 2024-25 marketing year, running from May 2024 to April 2025. Very little has changed since our previous podcast in October. Average crop forecasts remain around 600,000 tons and annual consumption estimates in the region of 1.8 to 2 million tons. We foresee an import need of about 1.2 million tons, which should mostly be imported from South Africa. Since May, Zimbabwe has imported 100,000 tons of maize on average per month from South Africa, split 65-35 between white maize and yellow maize. The market of the opinion this import trend should continue at least until March-April before slowing. We are aware of potential deep-sea imports. There is a 20,000-ton vessel which offloaded in Beira port carrying US white maize for Zimbabwe. There seems to be some hold-up with import permits into Zimbabwe, but hopefully should be resolved within the week. There were some issues with MLN or maize lethal necrosis disease risk on the US imports, but it seems these have been resolved as the maize originates from US states not affected by MLN. The next graph shows price history of Zimbabwe maize and South African white maize import parity since January 2020. Since March 2023, when the current import campaign commenced, Zimbabwe maize prices followed South African white maize import parity, as one would expect. This trend should continue at least until March-April 2025. The Harare price currently at $460 a ton, in line with South African white maize import parity. The US origin white maize expected in Harare in the next 2 weeks should trade at around $415 per ton, a $45 per ton discount compared to South African origin. See the red line. So, the question is, will South African prices continue to drive Zimbabwe prices, or could US imports play a part? The next question probably if sufficient US volumes can be imported to materially impact prices. At this stage, our contacts not aware of any further deep-sea import bookings. We guess Zimbabwe traders waiting to see how the South African weather market develops during the next month. There is rain in the forecast for the eastern growing regions of South Africa next week. If realized, could potentially see some price pressure. If not, could see white maize prices remain at current high levels. Given the discount at which US white maize can land in Harare compared to South African origin, more US white maize imports a real possibility. However, the majority of imports should remain South African origin. Until recently, South African yellow maize was the cheapest option for the Zimbabwe feed market. However, rising South African prices have brought deep sea imports into play. South African yellow maize landing in Harare at around $400 a ton, and US, Brazil and Argentine origin can land at similar levels. That said, South African yellow maize is trading at import parity, and South Africa already importing yellow maize on the coast, so further upward price potential limited, i.e. most likely South Africa will remain Zimbabwe's main yellow maize source. Next week we will look at the regional maize market. Remember, quality information improves decision making. Contact us for more detailed, tailored information.
Thanks, Jacques. A huge shout out to our sponsors, Collateral Management International and Zimmatic Irrigation Systems, for making these videos possible. Remember, if you would like to become one of our valued sponsors, please contact me now, because together we can make a real difference. I'm Dr. Johnny van der Merwe. Thank you for watching, and remember to tune in next week for more on the African grain markets.